On April 18, 2024, the National Hockey League's Arizona Coyotes decided to pack up their bags and move 687 miles north to Salt Lake City, Utah. With that came a new name and a new logo. So, a contest was held and a few different names were thrown out for the team, such as the Mammoth, the Yeti, or the Swarm, for the fans to vote on. And while these names gathered support and debate among the new Utah fan base and the rest of NHL fans, another name that was added to the mix was the Hockey Club. And this name was a name that most people on social media despised even as an option, regarding it as basic, generic, and some even proclaiming that if the club decided to roll with the name, that they would be taking their fandom elsewhere. And this is before the new team had even touched the ice. Well, lo and behold, on June 13th, owner Ryan Smith announced that the team would be called the Utah Hockey Club. This sent the internet into an uproar. Complaints about the cheap European soccer sounding name flooded Twitter and Instagram, and even more people flamed the jersey and logo designs. To a lot of folks, it just seemed like more of the same. The decline of creativity within the sporting world.
So, coming at y'all again with another video. How's everybody doing today? Hope y'all doing well. So, when I was growing up, sports looked a lot different. And I'm not just talking about players or like game broadcast quality. I'm talking about how the game itself looked. From uniforms to logos, everything just seemed to pop more than they do nowadays.
The Raptors purple jersey, the Mighty Ducks face mask logo. Heck, even team names were more expressive. Consider the MLS's Columbus Crew, Kansas City Wizards, or Los Angeles Galaxy. All those names have now been replaced by teams calling themselves United or FC. This change isn't limited to one sport or one organization, but has even bled into event designs. Consider the difference between Super Bowl logos from yesteryear to those used in the modern day.
I think the big question we have to ask is how? How did this transition come about and why has it become so pervasive? Well, that's what we finna discuss today.
So, way back in 2004, the NBA's Memphis Grizzlies were seeking to move away from their old Vancouver identity and distinguish themselves as a purely American Tennessean franchise. The first change they decided to make was to their logo, doing away with the iconic, realistic growling bear and replacing it with a more docile-looking blue bear. This raised no eyebrows, apart from a few disgruntled holdovers from BC, and was seen as an innocuous change. However, this would be a very tame change compared to the next major logo transformation. In 2008, the upper management of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays decided to drop the adjective devil from the moniker and to update the logo from the flying stingray to the word rays with an extended tail on the Y. The name no longer represented the animal, but the beams radiating from the sun. The same beams that cause blindness and skin cancer, I guess. So as you can see, aura down 10,000, lameness up 1 million. But since the Rays rebranded, there's been a massive shift in designs throughout professional sports, most noticeable in the National Basketball Association. So this is a pretty popular graphic that shows logos in the early 2000s versus team photos in 2024. As you can see, there's an obvious decline in logo quality from that time to the present day, most notably in teams like the Detroit Pistons, Atlanta Hawks, and as aforementioned, the Toronto Raptors. Obviously, we don't count the Supersonics logo changing since they don't exist anymore, but really, just take a look at this. All of these logos from nowadays seem to follow the modern statement of less equals more. However, most people aren't on board with this new trend, and there's increasingly been calls from fans to return to the old styles, the more sophisticated designs. And some teams are listening. Sorta. For example, the Utah Jazz are bringing back their old Mountain jerseys as specialties for the upcoming season, and the Raptors have even teased a return to the old school with Vince Carter's upcoming jersey retirement. So, could this be a revival of actual thought and effort put into sports marketing?
I wouldn't be making this video if the answer was yes. But the answer isn't exactly no either. Because even though, yes, we have cheap new logos like the Utah Hockey Club or the Cleveland Guardians or the Washington Commanders, we're also, at the same time, seeing teams like the Anaheim Ducks bring back their duck face logo for a throwback jersey. We're also starting to see things like the MLB's City Connect jerseys, which employ designers to make creative takes on established uniforms, or in some cases, take the team IP in a completely new or unexpected direction. And I think, to a degree, fans do like new updates, because in the instance of the MLB, a lot of the City Connect jerseys are praised. The problem arises when looks are simplified or long-standing team traditions are desecrated. I mean, you don't see college football teams change their logos or completely switch up their jerseys, with the exception of the Oregon Ducks, of course. It's the 21st century, and we see innovations in all aspects of society, from social to technological. For the most part, these changes are embraced. But sports exists because of tradition. Rivalries, legendary players, significant events stand the test of time. These jerseys and logos are part of those timeless histories, and they should be treated with the same kind of respect. And hey, that's the video. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed it. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think there is this big old change going on in logo design? I mean, that part is obvious, but really, do you guys think it's a negative or a positive? Y'all can let me know in the comment section down below. If there's anything else you guys have to say about the video, any other ideas you guys have for me, you guys can let me know down there too. Be sure to like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share with your friends and family, y'all. I really appreciate it. And it's been your boy Slim Paco. Catch y'all in the next video. Later!
Shinji, crank that, soldier boy.